Hey guys, Mike with Gettin Greasy Garage. I know it's kind of dark here. Kind of an update here on the Fairlane. So, as I'll show you in a minute, got some metal work to do, and I've been waiting on a couple of products. I got some Rust Fix, the Duplicolor, to spray on the rust and stop it. This was recommended to me. I've always been a big fan of POR 15, and apparently this stuff works pretty good. And then I got some of the Seymour PBE weld-through primer. Now, the deal is, as you can see, these floorboards got some holes. And that's the back passenger, or back left rear floor where you put your feet for sitting in the back seat. As you can see, there's some holes up here on the front driver's footwell. There's some holes, well, that's completely rotted through to the brace. Now the braces are all fine, but the metal themselves, the floor pans, which that's the rear floor pan for this left rear section. As you can see, they come stamped with all the cutouts, and you know, all of these marks here are all in that pan. So anyway, both front and rear on both sides need replaced, and so got so I'm trying to multi-show here. This, if I can get it with one hand. This is the driver's side floor pan, and again, it's all stamped correctly. The pieces I'm waiting for now are what it's called your toe boards, and they go up at an angle up to your firewall. Down in basically what would be right across here has a lot of rust holes. So waiting on those. Those should be here tomorrow. And then I went ahead and I finally got the right gauge metal to start repairing. Oh, I showed these before, like the heater hole, old heater core tube holes, the heater motor hole, all these little holes, every little hole in the firewall, to include, you know, this big guy over here. But if you look, you can see, oh, if I can prop my light up here or not, but like, these need patched. And you have a hole here that needs patched and welded up. Another one here. This one, this big one. And there's a couple small ones here. So that's going to get cut out, and a whole plate. Let's see if I can back up here. And a whole new plate cover that. The thing is, if we start doing, when you got that many holes in that little of an area, you'll be able to see that it was welded up. So it's just faster to cut that out and cut a new piece for it. I got cardboard, pasteboard type stuff I bought at the dollar store for templates. And then once everything's cut out, I'll wire wheel around to where it's got to be welded in, clamp it and weld it, and that'll clean up the firewall. You know, we got down here, and we got those two big holes that need filled. Turns out those were bell housing bolt access for the factory motor. Well, this doesn't get that anymore, so. But I'll be able to clean up the firewall and make it look smooth and nice by plugging all these holes and patching everything, doing it right. But the biggest thing is replacing these floor pans. You know, it's for me, it was kind of going backwards on this car, but when I initially found some pinholes and stuff, I didn't think it was as bad as it was. And the more grinding and wire wheeling and picking at it and grinding weather or undercoating off underneath the floors on the bottom side of the car, they just got worse and worse and worse. And well, I can't let it go out my door like that. So these floor pans are pretty cut and dried as far as doing, and I'll be doing whole videos on these. Got really lucky. Now I wanted to find complete front to rear floor pan sections like they make for other stuff that's more popular, but all that's available for 59 Fairlane is the pieces. So again, I'm waiting for the toe board, which behind this mount, this region here, that's your toe board, all the way up to here. And so I'm not going to take these mounts off, but that gives you an idea of where the toe board is in the car. And then I can start putting it together and welding it. Again, here's that rear section, but you can see even down there below that floor section, there's a hole there. There's another hole, and it'll be a section just like this that goes on this side. This is the passenger rear. That'll take care of this, and then I can go through and wire wheel what's left of the metal, rust coat it, and then bed line it. And that'll take care of that. I've been playing with the power window stuff. You can see the new power window motor assembly there. Figuring out how I'm going to go about putting that in the doors. Once the floor pans are done, then I'll go ahead and take the dash out. But I want the dash in there for stability when I cut the pans out. It just keeps everything a little bit more rigid. Not that, you know, I'm not taking it off the frame, but I did find these pans on eBay. But if anybody is looking for the floor pan patch panels, leave a comment and I'll get back to you with exactly who I got what from. It worked out to like $120 a panel by the time and it was free shipping. But to make a panel like that from scratch, it's a lot of time. So a lot of time, and metal itself isn't cheap right now. Nothing is, but especially going to buy sheet steel. I went just to buy a 24 by 6 inch and a 12 by 12 piece of 22 gauge just to use to patch the firewall holes. Ran $37. So, you know, that's not very much metal for cheap. And I've heard of you know, $600 for a 4x8 sheet of 1/4 inch mild steel. So anything, you know, the raw materials right now, if you can get them, are super expensive. But yeah, so this is kind of holding up further progress. But again, for this car to be done right, this has to be done. But I'll be doing a full couple of videos. I'll probably do a video just on cutting out the old pans and getting these just fitted and tack welded in. And then I'll do a video on the firewall and how I go about patching holes. So yeah, a lot of welding, grinding, wire wheeling to come, but You know, this is a 63-year-old car, and for it to only have the rust that it has is pretty amazing, considering that Washington is a pretty wet state. Now, we're not on the coast, but we still get rust, and we don't use salt on the roads either. So hang in there, guys. I know you're impatiently waiting for me to start bolting, you know, chrome and shiny goodness on this thing. I'm excited to do it too. But, you know, sometimes it's 2 steps forward and 1 step back. And in the end, the results are a better car for the gentleman that owns it. You know, that's my goal, is to build him a car that he's proud of and that he can drive and enjoy for many years and not have to revisit things like rust, you know, electrical, things like just everyday stuff that, you know, being that it's fuel injected, he'll be able to drive it and not have to mess with a carburetor, things like that. But anyway, that's where we're at right now. When I get all the panels in tomorrow, I will lay everything out and show you guys a better video of them. And I will even try to remember to write down the names of who I got them from, because there's only a couple of outfits that offer the floor pans for these 59 Fairlanes. Oh, and these pans are the same, 57, 58, and 59. So, but definitely I'm happy with the thickness, the quality of them. And yeah, we'll get started getting them in there. And this is where the rust killer and the weld-through primer will come in. Is like on the braces. The braces that go underneath these, of course, will be rusty. So I'll be able to clean them, kill the rust, spray them with primer, and then weld the floor pans back down to them, and it won't be an issue. So, you know, like anything, there's a right way and a wrong way. I am by no means a professional at this, but you know, I know the steps and the procedures, and that's how I learned, is how I'm going to show you guys, right, wrong, or indifferent. I intended to make this video a lot earlier, but we lost an old house cat, feral cat of my mother's tonight, and so I had to deal with that and wasn't able to get to film in time. But anyway, you guys will be seeing lots more of this, and you know, I've been a follower of Fitzy's Fabrication. He's up in Canada. Another one I like to watch is Make It Custom. Jap Hands, he's really a good guy. Does excellent work. And Fab Rats. You know, a lot of these guys do a lot of this metalwork stuff, and I follow it and I learn from it and use some of their methods in how I do things. So, but anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. It doesn't cost you anything. And make sure and ring that bell for notifications. As always, questions, comments, leave them down below, and I will do my best to answer them. And we will see you in the next video.